This video is going to be about YouTube ads bidding strategies. I'm going to tell you how they work and how they can affect the results of your campaigns. My name is Kyle Sulerud, and my company, AdLeg, helps coaches and information marketers make more sales using the power of YouTube ads. For more information about our done-for-you service, check out the link in the description. Let's talk about bidding strategies. There are several different options for you when you're setting up a YouTube ad campaign. I'm going to get through all of them, but I first want to talk about the intent behind these bidding strategies. So when you first start setting up a campaign, you select a goal, and then depending on the goal you select, there will either be only one option for a bidding strategy, or you might have a couple different options. So keep this in mind. The bidding strategy is basically the goal. And in fact, that's really the only difference when you choose one goal versus another goal. The only real difference is going to be the bidding strategy. So again, keep that in mind. The bidding strategy is the goal. So let's talk about the two bidding strategies that utilize your conversion data. So a conversion is some action that you want the user to take on your website, whether that's opting in for something or downloading something or buying something. And you need to have conversion tracking set up through your account in order to use one of these bid strategies. So the first one is maximize conversions. And for this, you're basically giving Google a budget to work with, a daily budget, and you're saying, I want you to get me as many conversions as possible within this daily budget. And Google is going to go out and they're going to try to do that for you. The other option is target CPA bidding, which means target cost per action, or essentially target cost per conversion. Now with this strategy, you are giving Google a guideline. You're saying, I want you to get conversions for me for X amount, and I want as many as possible. Now, this is still going to be within a daily budget, but it's not necessarily going to spend your whole daily budget. With maximize conversions, Google is usually going to spend your whole budget, but with target CPA, the focus is on trying to get conversions for that amount that you are targeting. Now, it's important to note that for both of these options, even though we are bidding for conversions, we're not paying Google for conversions. We're still paying Google per view. So if you're bidding, say, $10 per conversion, but Google is bringing conversions to you for $50 each, you're out of luck. You're still paying Google per view. If that's the case, if you're bidding $10 per conversion, the system's not going to go very long bringing you conversions for $50. Instead, what's going to happen is that traffic is slowly going to dry up because the system, Google's system, is going to learn that it can't bring you conversions for $10 a piece, and therefore it's basically going to stop trying. You're either going to have to increase your target CPA, you're going to have to change up your ads or do something else to try to get conversions at a lower cost. Now, if you are tracking conversions, you definitely want to use a conversion-based bidding strategy. Out of these two strategies then, which one do I recommend? Well, I can tell you that all of the campaigns that I run, including campaigns that I've scaled to over 6 figures a month in ad spend, we're using target CPA for all of them. And the reason is that this gives a lot more control. We're actually able to tell Google, this is what we want to pay per conversion. We can bid differently per conversion for different types of targeting because, as we all know, not all conversions are created equal. So this gives us the ability to pay more for really highly targeted traffic and pay a little less for traffic that might not convert as well in the end, but is still valuable. So essentially, it just gives us a lot more control. So even though I use and recommend target CPA bidding, let me talk about the other options that are available. And actually, in some instances, I do use these other options. So the first one is maximum CPV, which means maximum cost per view. In this case, I'm setting a maximum amount that I want to pay per view. And in this case, Google's not going to go over what I'm bidding. So if I'm bidding a maximum of 5 cents per view, all of the views that come in through the campaign are going to cost 5 cents or less. So with CPV bidding, Google's goal now is not to get you conversions. Google's goal is to get you views. What is a view? It's somebody who watches 30 seconds or more of an ad. And why would somebody be watching 30 seconds or more of an ad? Well, maybe they are interested in the ad, or maybe they're not paying attention at all. And in fact, that tends to happen a lot. If you're using cost per view bidding, and especially if you're not excluding any channels or excluding any types of topics, what you will find is your ads show on very low quality channels. Things like kids channels, music video channels, places where people aren't really paying attention, so they're not skipping ads, which means Google gets to count that ad as a view. It also means those channels aren't really showing ads for people who are using conversion-based bidding, because the system knows these channels are not good, they're not going to generate conversions. So with cost per view bidding, you're basically getting the scraps. You're getting what's left over. You're getting views in terms of what a view means. You're not necessarily getting actual people viewing the ad. You're just getting ads that are running for at least 30 seconds and not getting skipped. The last bidding strategy that is an option for you is called Target CPM. And you can find this if you use the brand awareness and reach goal. Target CPM means target cost per 1,000 impressions. By the way, the M comes from the Latin mille, spelled M-I-L-L-E, which means 1,000. So target CPM is the target per 1,000 impressions. Here again, you're giving Google a new goal. You're saying, I want as many impressions as I can get. An impression means someone might have started watching the ad and they skipped it right away. Or it could also mean someone watched the entire ad. Basically, anyone who saw any of your ad is called an impression. So here you're giving Google the goal of getting you impressions, the goal of getting cheap impressions, which means your ad is going to be shown to anyone who would count as an impression. Either people who are watching ads, maybe not skipping them, not paying attention, or people who are skipping ads right away. They wouldn't really be counted as a view in another campaign, but they could be counted as an impression in your target CPM campaign. So this generally is very low quality traffic. It's the scraps of the scraps, because if these people were actually the type of people who opted in for things and bought things, they would see ads from advertisers who are using conversion-based bidding strategies. If you're using target CPM bidding, don't count on getting much good traffic. If you knew what the M in target CPM stood for, click the like button. And if you didn't know, but now you know, click the like button. It really helps out my channel and it makes me want to record and produce a lot more videos like this. Also, leave a comment down below. Tell me which bidding strategies you've used in the past and which bidding strategies you might be trying now after you've seen this video. And if you want more videos from me about YouTube ads, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.